And I think we're live. Sorry, I was adjusting my camera. Hopefully, it's in a decent position and it'll stay. I don't have a setup to where I have it fixed. I have my mic pretty much fixed. I don't know if you could see it. Standard, like standard mic. If I can get it to stay on now. Okay. I think that's on. Um, like I said in the description, um, after my last video, I was asked a question on Instagram. I did check the chat on the last video, and nothing ever came up. Not even the stuff that I wrote. Nothing. I was shocked. I was like, "Geez, what the heck happened?" Even the stuff I wrote in the chat didn't come up. It's totally blank, and it's totally blank this time. I can't see anybody. I can't see anybody's comments. Not even mine. Let's see if mine come up. Oh, wait, there it comes. It just popped in. Wow, I guess maybe you got to activate the chat now? That's weird. I never knew that. Well, at least it's on. I could see the chat. Nobody's chatting, but anyway, I was asked a question on Instagram. Why do I want a group relationship? And I'm waiting on finances, is the honest answer. I mean, I know I'm in a twin flame or a spiritual spouse, uh, different soulmates connected to me, and blah, blah, blah. And all these things are holding my money like money blocks that are affecting my finances from going through. And that's what I've been waiting since the dark night of the soul 3 years ago. I've been waiting on my finances for me and my kids. And with that, I wanted to start a group relationship on a big piece of land with buildings. And the buildings would take a good year to build from foundation all the way up. But in the buildings, everybody would have their own room on 4 different floors, 25 rooms per floor. And it's like an open relationship, but live in, to where everybody agrees that we're all part of a relationship group. So everybody can date everybody, and there's no jealousy, there's no cheating. You can date one person at a time, or two people at a time, or three people at a time, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever your comfort level is. And you can either go back to your room, or you can go to the person's room that is asking to be together with you. Or go out hiking one day, or play tennis together, or volleyball, basketball together, or go jogging, different activities with different people in the group. You're free to do that. It's freedom. Okay? Um, but it's not all about sex. It's a relationship. That's the hobbies that come along with it. That's everybody's goals. All our finances are and resources are pooled in the group relationship, just like a regular one-on-one relationship. A husband and a wife have to work together to pay all the bills and everything else, and we're going to be investing in different businesses and whatever, and running that as a group relationship. Okay? It's not just about sex. It's the whole package. It's a relationship group. It's kind of like being a player but in a relationship. A long-term, solid foundation relationship group. And now within that group, you can have one-on-one people. Like if I went to recruit Heather that I watch, she's married. I could recruit her and her husband, have her move into one of the buildings, and they could be one-on-one within the relationship group. I personally don't want to be one-on-one because I'm bisexual. Okay, but if I recruit people that are married, they can be one-on-one and stay in the same room. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to venture out beyond that. Okay? And some of the whys is, although I'm spiritual, I don't agree with the way things are. Okay? Like, and I'm going to say a word that I say in all my videos, and people don't like it: God slave. Now, you could say servant of God or God's. You could say it the nice way, but it's basically God's slave. Okay, because spirits are guiding people to either hold back from other people or cock block, totally just say, no, he's bad for you, don't even go near him, whatever, just based on nothing. Just because they have a destined path somewhere else, and spirit guides are just going to totally cock block you away from that person because they don't want that person mixed up in your destined path and blah, 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 blah. Control. God and spirit realm controlling everything. This is what I have a problem with. And part of that is you can't have a solid relationship with God being a third wheel in that relationship. When you think about Adam and Eve, as soon as the snake was whispering in his ear, Adam was fucked. Because now Eve has a third person that's telling her in her head, spirit guides, oh, he's thinking that you might be disloyal or you might be this. And then as a lesson to Adam, he fuck somebody. As a lesson to Adam, don't have doubts in the relationship. Blah, 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 blah. Spiritual lesson. And because that third person is now involved in the fucking relationship, a tower can fall. A tower of love that's been built from foundation all the way up can fall just like that by God being a third wheel in the relationship. And because of that, I have a past of all masculines throughout my whole life. And because of all masculines, I got real tired of the ego and control and started liking feminine energy. My camera's falling. Damn it. Damn it. I started liking feminine energy. Kind, caring, nurturing, wanting to give love back instead of just take, control, ego, run everything. I got real tired of it. And on top of them being all masculines, a lot of them, or most of them, were toxic. alcoholics or druggies, and they all cheated. Okay, they were not faithful to teach me lessons because spirit guides were in their ear. Even if they were toxic, you got to understand that there are your dark coven groups and your light coven groups. And the people that are players and fuck ups and they can't stay loyal and all that, they'll be in these dark groups, these dark coven type circles of God slaves. And God will, of course, if you're a feminine sitting there waiting and attracting, God's going to send you these masculine energies to come in and teach you a lesson. Okay? Get you going or play, wear the mask, pretend that they're all the shit in the world and the best fucking thing since sliced bread. And then when that mask falls off and all of a sudden you start finding out, oh, this person's been fucking around with, you know, the box boy at the grocery store and fucking the Subway guy in the back room while making sandwiches. He was doing a little bit more than making sandwiches. Okay, or this, that, and the other. There's like God totally fucks things up with these lessons. So my point of all this is, if you're going to sit there and get lessons and get passed around from this soulmate to that soulmate to that soulmate to that soulmate, and this tower crashes of love and this tower of love goes crashing over here and that one over there, why not just put it all in a fucking group? Nothing secretive, nothing, there's no cheating, everybody knows about everybody, everything's open and honest, out in the open. Okay, which brings me to another point. There are different types. Like there are masculine and feminine dark coven type people that are players that are poly. Okay, a poly relationship. I can't even say the word. Polyamorous. Still can't say it. Anyway, more than one partner, but all in like, let's say I owned an apartment building and I was one of these people that are into poly relationships. I can have a person in 2B on the first floor that I'm banging every once in a while in a relationship with them. Then I'm going to the second floor and I have another person that I'm banging in that floor. Or in a total different building. Okay? Multiple people all over the fucking place. And none of them know anything about each other. They don't know that you're screwing this one and that one and that. No. Unless they get caught. So everything's hush hush secret and okay. Now if you do research on YouTube, you'll find channels that are like the blue pill, the red pill, okay, alphas, betas, alpha players, going from this fucking person to that person and playing the hold back game, which God plays too, with the God slaves. No communication, no contact, hold back, wait, head games, bullshit. I'm trying to eliminate some of this bullshit and get everything out in the open and have an open, honest relationship where there's no more cheating, there's no more bullshit. Everything's out in the open and everybody knows about each other. There's a computer screen, okay, with an app on the screen of everybody in the group. You can sign your name next to another person, and if they're interested in being with you that night, they could be your partner for the night. There'll be an app for that, kind of like a dating app. Oh, I'm interested in this person in the group. Can we be together tonight? Sign your name next to theirs, whatever, that you're interested. And there you go. Everything's out in the open. It's listed on the computer. There's no hidden shit, no secrets, no bullshit, no lies, and no cheating. I mean, to me, that's a better world. And if God's going to pass you around to this karmic and that karmic, or this soulmate, that twin flame, spiritual spouse, blah, blah, blah. Another reason is I'm bisexual and I want more than one partner. All my life, I've been in long-term relationships and marriages with women. Now, I've had one or two sexual encounters with men. Okay, one while I was in a relationship that was cheating like all the time on me. Okay, and one in between. So I want to implicate my bisexual part of my life and live in my truth going forward, now that I've gone through a lot of the dark night of the soul and spiritual awakenings, and I'm trying to live in my truth. I want a relationship that's going to work for my life in both aspects. Now, it's not to say that if I start this relationship group, could I have a feminine energy like I want, female, and be one-on-one with her in my group relationship? Sure, I can be. All right, I really want other partners, but if I found the right feminine energy that's really loving, will fill my cup like I fill her cup, because I'm trying to go from a queen of cups to like a king of cups, queen of hearts to king of hearts, where I'm still loving like a feminine energy, but in my standing in my masculine energy and pursuing partners, but still in a loving aspect, still filling their cup, their needs, and everything in a relationship, nurturing. And I want that back, because I've had a lifetime of never getting love back. And that's important to me. And masculines only give ego and freaking control. This is, I can have sex with masculine energies, but as soon as they start opening their mouth and want to control and ego and everything, it turns me right the fuck off. Turns me right the hell off. Where a long time ago, when I was a kid, I liked, people to be confident, have an ego, and, be more in control and everything else, and take control and come up to me, smack me on the ass, and say, "Boy, you look fine." When I was a kid, I liked that aspect as a feminine energy, but over the years, that changed. From a beta, I became a sigma. started living in masculine energy to stand up for myself, take control of my life, raising my kids, trying to raise my kids the best I could, trying to provide for them the things that they needed, school clothes and school supplies and everything else. I had to stand in my masculine energy because I was with toxic ass masculines who didn't step up. So there's a variety of different reasons why I want this relationship group, but when you think about it in the spiritual community, it's no different from being passed around from this karmic to that soulmate to that twin flame to you're going to get the lessons all in a group relationship too. What's the difference? It's an open dating forum. Everybody has their own room. You can be one-on-one, or you could be more than one-on-one. It's up to your comfort level. And it's for straight people, lesbian, gay, transgender, and bisexual like me. All every single group, nothing excluded. As well as different cultures from other countries that will be recruited. People from Japan, people from Russia, people from China, people from Australia, New Zealand, Africa, India, Egypt. Okay? And I planned on having like translator touchpads to where everybody can, have a translator to bridge the gap between communications so that people could still communicate and we can bridge that gap and come together with other cultures. Okay? I'm waiting on my wealth to make all this happen, my resources. But a lot of people may not understand all the reasoning, but it's just like a one-on-one marriage or relationship. You have to let go of jealousy and envy. You can't hold on to that. You can't be jealous of this person or jealous of that person. As a bisexual, I can be laying right next to another guy in the bed with a girl riding me and a girl riding him, and I'm married to the girl that's riding him. And he's married to the girl that's riding me. I'm not going to get jealous. I'm beyond that. We're both having fun, and when she gets done with him, my wife, she'll come back over on me, and his wife will go back over onto him. Take turns. Now, like I said, it doesn't have to be that way. If I meet the right feminine energy or whatever, and I agree to do like a one-on-one, the only thing I would ask of her is be understanding that I'm bisexual and that I would at least want like a sex doll or something, a male sex doll or something to be the other side, which most women would love to have a sex toy in the mix anyway. It makes things more interesting. The woman could be riding the sex doll and I could be eating her out while she's riding the sex doll. Or various different things, like the sex doll could be filling one hole and I could be filling the other hole. There's a variety of different things, just like role play happens in the bedroom where you dress up. I have a woman dress up as a freaking maid in a real sexy maid outfit, and she wants me to dress up like a doctor or a construction worker with a construction hat. Maybe a cut off t-shirt and chest hair hanging out. Whatever turns her on. People do this in the bedroom. They have role play. All this shit is out there. It all happens. It's all perfectly fucking normal. And some of it actually spices up your sex life in your partnership, especially if it's getting dull. So, anyway, I just wanted to cover some of that, and I know this is going over 25 minutes. Uh, the longer I make these videos, the less it gets seen. I think because maybe people think they're too long. But I wanted to give some aspects of it, and the reasoning why I would want something like that, a group relationship. It's long term. It's just like having a marriage, a one-on-one marriage only with a couple hundred people. And I plan on gathering spiritual people, spiritually awakened people that spirit guides guide me to as a masculine energy. If I get the wealth and be able to do that. All right, spirit guides, who should we look up next? And follow their advice and go recruit someone in the spiritual community to join a group in there. Whether they're straight, whether they're a lesbian, whether they're gay, it doesn't have to do with just me or just being with me. You could just want to be a part of the group and be with other people in the group. It's not all about me, okay? Bringing other spiritual people in the group provides healers, provides different skills that people have, skill sets, doctors, lawyers, nurses, cooks, childcare, all kinds of different skills that people bring to the table in the group relationship, which makes it a very valuable relationship because of the various spiritual abilities and world skills that you could bring to the table. So it makes the group relationship very valuable and very prosperous for all that's in the group. Everybody is equal. There's no imbalance. There's no masculines running the show and the money or wearing the pants in the family, as one would say in a marriage. Everything's equal. Feminines and masculines are equal. Everybody has an equal share. Everybody participates in making money and investing in groups. We all bring our ideas to the table. We all discuss things. Okay? It's an equal opportunity and balanced. It's not all about sex. And if I want workout partners to go into the gym on the property, run on a treadmill or do some exercises on ellipticals or something like that. And there's a couple people in the group that like to exercise as well. That's great. I have activity partners that will go down to the gym with me and work out. We'll listen to some music, run on the treadmills, get a workout for an hour. Afterwards, maybe go down and get something to eat in the kitchen. A lot of benefits to a group relationship like that. But you have to get everybody on the same page and you have to recruit. And me, I want spiritual people that we can do good in the world. With the money that we're building from businesses and stuff like that within the group, we could do a lot of good. Feeding homeless people, shelters, buy some extra land where some homeless people can at least be off the streets, tent, have a soup kitchen available so that people eat. Families that have been displaced get food. Their kids get fed. They have a bus stop nearby. They can get to school. So their lives ain't so devastated. And a spiritual group like that can do a lot of good for a lot of different people. If we make a lot of money investing in all these businesses and stuff like that, we'll have those resources available to help. Okay? A storm hits Hawaii and people are killed, hurt, injured. Their homes are destroyed. God can call our group in to go there with crates of supplies, blankets and pillows to hand out. We have medical people in the relationship group that could set up a triage to help injured people, nurses, everything else. Things that'll really impact the world. And a group like this can do a lot of good and help a lot of people. So, just to give you some aspects, there's a lot of benefits to a group relationship like that. If you have the resources to build it, to get the land, to build the buildings, I want a building for childcare so that I can recruit people with children. So if I meet a single mother that has 2 children already from karmic relationships, they won't be turned down because they have children. Their children will be in the children's building and there'll be childcare. They'll be set up. And they won't be turned down. So there's a lot of benefits. Hopefully some people see this and have a better understanding of why I would want that. Not only being bisexual, but for all the benefits that a spiritual group like that could do for the world. And I encourage other people, if that's something that they want to do in their life, if they get a lot of resources and wealth, make a group for themselves, but do good in the world. That's more groups in the world that are helping people. I'm not going to say, oh, you stole my idea. No. By all means, if you have wealth and you have the resources to do that, and my idea sounds good, please. A lot of people set up a whole bunch of groups so that there's a whole bunch of groups helping the world, because there's a lot of fucked up shit in the world that needs help. So I encourage. Until next time, YouTube, if you like my content, you want to hear more, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think. Okay? Till next time, YouTube. Enjoy.